Hey, folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin. We're right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North. You can catch me on Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, The Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much. So MLW Fusion returned this week, and I couldn't have been happier. I wasn't feeling the Azteca Underground stuff, so I was very, very happy that MLW Fusion returned this week, and we got a decent show. Very, very happy with the show. Lots of great action, good matches, huge heel turn at the end of the show. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. So the show just started with highlights from the last show, which is basically a lead-in setup for today's main event, which was Alexander Hammerstone defending the MLW Championship against Pagano in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Cesar Duran came on, opened the show with a very, very, very generic promo. Nothing special about the promo. Just coming out saying that he's not happy to be here in Dallas. He'd rather be in Tijuana. That Pagano's gonna beat Hammerstone. That Dynasty is gonna be destroyed. Blah blah blah. So it's very very generic. Very generic promo. Made me kind of wish that Joseph Samuel was still cutting the promos, because I miss those Concho promos. Those were fantastic. This was just a very generic promo. Not the biggest Cesar Duran fan, so not so, but just a generic promo at that. So the first match was actually a Caribbean title match. King Muertes defending the Caribbean Championship against Richard Holliday. Before the match started, we got a Richard Holliday segment. He's in Beverly Hills on the phone talking to somebody, shopping for a gift, and a fan shows up, wants to take a picture with Holliday. Holliday says it's okay. They take the picture, and then a fan asks Holliday, is Hammer around? And Holliday looked a little perturbed, but he's Hammer's up the block. Maybe you could catch him if he's up that way. So the fan walks fast trying to catch Hammerstone, and the segment ends, and then the match starts. So we get a good overall match, good back and forth action between the two. Richard Holliday is a great baby face, and Richard Holliday is a great heel. Just a terrific talent all around for Richard Holliday. Really enjoyed the match. Again, good back and forth action. We did have Cesar Duran's henchman did show up to interfere, and King Muertes had to use a chair for the win. But this served two purposes, actually. I thought it was well done. Served two purposes. One, it enabled King Muertes to retain the Caribbean Championship, and it protected Richard Holliday from taking a clean loss. So King Muertes needed to use a chair. The henchman had to get involved. So there's some shenanigans getting involved in the match, which caused Holliday to lose. So he didn't lose clean, so it protected Holliday again from taking that clean loss. But again, good back and forth action. Holliday showing some fire in this match. Again, like I said, he's a good baby face. He could work the crowd as a baby face. He could work the crowd as a heel. He could work a match as a baby face and a heel as well. So it's great stuff in my opinion. I enjoyed the opening match. I thought it was really good, as I said, overall. And again, Holliday works as a babyface, and we'll see later on how he can work as a heel as well. But after that, we got a clip of Jacob Fatu's video series. They showed up and talking about his part of his life. I don't remember word for word. But then we got a grainy video package as well. Somebody's coming. We find out later on the show who exactly is actually coming, but I think most of us know who's coming, as they made the announcement prior to me doing this review of MLW Fusion. So in St. Laurent, he came on, he did a video. He claims to have found the best pound for pound fighter in the world, and is bringing him to MLW, and he's going to be speaking to Cesar Duran next week about bringing this pound for pound best fighter in the world to MLW. So it'll be interesting to see who he's bringing to MLW. We get another segment. Hammerstone checks on Holliday, who claims to be okay. Says he has Hammerstone's back. They fist bump, and Alicia Toot says a few things. Alicia Toot is there as well with Holliday. And all seems well with Dynasty. But we'll as we find out, things aren't so well with Dynasty. But let's get the next match was actually EJ Nduka versus Ikuro Kwon, the hometown guy, EJ Nduka from Dallas, Texas, came out to a nice pop. Now Kwon started the match like a ball of fire. He came in, got some quick offense in, but it quickly turned into as quick as he got that offense in, it quickly turned into a squash match for EJ Nduka. Won the match in less than 3 minutes. But EJ Nduka is a star. He is an absolute star. I can't believe that I know the WWE has released a lot of talent. I can't believe they let this guy out of their developmental program. He's just fantastic, and they're building him out perfectly. And he's definitely going to be a future MLW Heavyweight champion. But great stuff. They're really building him nice up to become a monster in MLW. But he defeats him in less than 3 minutes. Kwon is upset. He wants another match. And so Jacob for Two answers. Jacob for Two comes to the ring and just destroys Kwon. Splashes him through a table, clearly sending a message to Mads Kruger. But Fatu just came out, absolutely annihilated Kwon. Again, there's a good spot, as I just mentioned. He put him on a table in the ring and splashed him right through the table. But Jacob Fatu, man, Mads Kruger he better be. I hope Mads Kruger was watching, because, as I said, Jacob Fatu clearly sending a message to Mads Kruger that he's not screwing around. And I will reiterate that I do miss the Contra promos. I kind of wish we would have got something from Joseph Samuel here, but I really miss those promos. But then we find out who the mystery wrestler is coming. We find out that Killer Kross is confirmed for Super Fight. So Killer Kross, as probably everybody knows by now, is going to be at Super Fight on February 26th. And I'm thinking, who would his opponent be? I'm going to do a separate podcast on that, but just to say, EJ Nduka versus Killer Kross would be a great match. Just saying. I'm going to leave it at that and for now, because like I said, later on today, I'm going to do a special who Killer Kross's opponent should be at Super Fight. So I'll have that out later today. Then we get a 5150 promo, and we find out that next week, 5150 versus Los Parks in a ladder match for the MLW Tag Team Championship takes place next week. And then we get our main event. It's Alexander Hammerstone against Pagano, as I said, for the MLW Heavyweight Championship in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, this match actually was really entertaining. I thought they worked really hard to give us an entertaining match, and they succeeded. As I said, I thought it was very entertaining. There's a few miscommunications in the match. Pagano was sloppy on a couple of spots, but some good spots, actually. Hammerstone taking the skewers and sticking it in Pagano's head. You knew that was coming sooner or later. A couple of spots with pizza pans over the head, and some silly spots with this plunger. Taking Pagano took the plunger and stuck it on Hammerstone's head, and then hit him. I'm like, what's that going to do, right? And then I think Hammerstone actually stuck the plunger on Pagano's head as well. Like, what's that's going to do? It's going to plunge it on my head. Not a big deal. But it was funny back to the skewers. He stuck the skewers into Pagano's head, and you can see at one point Pagano trying to pull the skewers out, but he couldn't quite get the skewers out. Then he gets up to do one quick move. He grabs Hammerstone and goes to whip him into the turnbuckle, and all the skewers fell out. He can't pull them out, but just a quick whip into the corner, and they all come flying out of his head. But like I said, they worked hard. They gave us an entertaining match. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good match from start to finish. They set it up nicely to open the show with that little video package. But in the end, actually, we had some of Cesar Duran's henchmen showing up as well. But Richard Holliday came out to make the save, and Hammerstone retains, was able to hit his finishing move and win the match, and Hammerstone retains the title. So all seems good. All seems good. So Holliday's in the ring, holding a bat, taken out Cesar Duran's henchman. Alicia Atout comes out to seemingly to conduct an interview with Alexander Hammerstone. The mic's not working. She's tapping the mic, saying the mic's not working. Says Hammerstone, the mic's not working. Just give me a second. Gets behind him, low blows Hammerstone. Shockingly low blows Hammerstone. Richard Holliday absolutely takes out Hammerstone and just destroys him in the ring, just takes him out, saying it was about me. It's all about me. It's about me. And after they take him out, after Holliday takes out Hammerstone, actually he holds up Hammerstone for a toot. Toot slaps him, and then they make out passionately in the ring. And Atout gives Holliday the MLW Heavyweight Championship. He puts it on his waist and yells, "It was about me," or "It's about me," as the show's ending. So big heel turn there. Richard Holliday, Alicia Atout turning on Alexander Hammerstone, and looks like Holliday is suddenly the number one heel. I thought it was well done. I thought it was well done heel turn. I wouldn't have expected Alicia Atout to turn heel. I know they need ever since Selena De La Renta had left, I guess they needed another top female heel in the promotion, and Alicia Atout's going to do her best to fill that role. I don't think she's nearly as talented as Selena De La Renta. It would have been nice if they could somehow bring back Selena De La Renta. Maybe Hammerstone contacts De La Renta, brings her back. She becomes a babyface and she feuds with Alicia Atout. I know they had a little feud going on in the past. I know they have an OnlyFans account, the Worsties, I think it's called, where they're feuding with each other. I think they had a few matches on there as well. So maybe Hammerstone contacts Selena De La Renta. De La Renta comes back, and maybe we'll get Hammerstone and De La Renta versus Holliday and Alicia Atout down the road in a tag team match. Possible. But I thought the heel turn again was well done. You felt it coming throughout the entire episode, and they played it well. And we're gonna get Holliday and Hammerstone down the road. If that is, of course, Holliday retains against David Richards at Super Fight. I could see Holliday getting involved in that match, maybe costing Hammerstone the championship, but who knows? But I do think the belt's going to be on the shoulder of Hammerstone. I'm sorry, on Holliday in the future. But as I said, again, well done heel turn, and lots of possibilities here. But I'm sure Hammerstone's going to get his revenge eventually on Holliday. I'm gonna go out on a limb here right now and say Hammerstone defeats Richards at Super Fight and will lose it to Holliday. So I'm picking Holliday to defeat Hammerstone eventually down the road to become the new MLW heavyweight champion down the road, with Alicia Atout by his side. And I would love again for Hammerstone to bring in Selena De La Renta to offset Alicia Atout. I think that would be fantastic. Okay, so overall it was a good show, very, very good show. As I said, I was very happy that MLW Fusion is back. I'm looking forward to the next few weeks of MLW Fusion. I know they taped a lot of great shows, and don't forget February 26th, Super Fight's coming. I can't wait for that. It's going to be fantastic. Lots of great matches. I got a preview of that show coming up in the next couple of days, probably next week. Actually, I'll probably do it next week. I want to do a few other things. So next week I'll do my preview and prediction show for MLW Super Fight, and I'll be back. If you guys enjoyed this review of MLW Fusion, maybe I'll be back next week to do another one. So until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye, and stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.